you brought out the last caution with a little mechanical failure, and about half of NASCAR fans love you right now. About half hate you right now, based on what I've seen on Twitter with how things have played out, of you having kind of a main character role of sorts in the way that Cup race finished. Tell me about what exactly went down, and do you have any message for the Kyle Larson fans that are happy with you, or maybe the Truex and Hamlin fans that are a little not so happy with you right now?
And the truth of the matter is, when the race started, ourself, my teammate Timmy Hill, our MBM Motorsports team. I mean, we're running our own little race back there, racing with the cars we race with, and man, I can assure you that we've had plenty of conversations when the leaders were coming. When your spotter was telling you the leaders are coming 20 car back, he tells you, hey, they're 20 cars back. Man, we didn't want to get we didn't want to be in the way of the leaders, change the race up, do anything. We were on top of that. I mean, we always are. You don't want to get in anybody's way. Definitely don't want to get in the championship contenders' way. And that was an important thing for our team, myself, our sponsors, everybody involved, And we were having a great race ourselves, man. Our car was pretty good. I think at the time when our left front brake rotor exploded, I think we were 27th place, so we were racing hard, trying to get in the top 25 without getting in anybody's way, changing up we were just racing hard ourselves, but being very understanding what was happening on the racetrack. And when my rotor exploded with about 25 laps to go, man, I was so disappointed. We were fortunate enough that we didn't hit the wall, because it happened going into turn 3. I mean, that's a turn where you use a lot of brakes, and man, I was just on the brake pedal hard, and man, next thing you know, the rotor exploded. It was loud. There was a big vibration. I saw it come apart. I felt it come apart. And luckily, we did not hit the wall, or we did not hit any other competitor. I don't know if the rotor coming apart, breaking up, affected anybody else on the racetrack. I don't think it did. If it did, I had not heard. But man, we were going for a really good finish, and my team, myself, any of us, if we could go back and to hope that wouldn't happen, I promise you, man, that was we would love to have finished the race, because we were having such a great race. And man, it's disappointing that our left front rotor came apart, so very sad. And but it's just the way the race plays out. People's motors blow up, people wreck. Or we had a mechanical failure with our left front rotor, and it just happens. But on purpose or with any bad intentions, absolutely not. It's just one of those racing things.
Sure. And when something like that happens, Dave, especially like with what happened to you on Sunday, how much notice did you have before that incident did happen?
Man, well, I didn't have any notice. I had good brakes. My brakes were working great. Obviously, we were racing hard, and there at Phoenix, you really apply a lot of brake pressure, use a lot of brakes. You're going in the corner extremely, taking some speed into the corner, and you're on the brakes like everybody is. And, I really didn't have really indication that was going to happen. You know what I mean? I mean, because usually when you have a brake failure, when you have a brake rotor explode like ours explodes, you're going to lose a car. You know what I mean? Because, man, especially at these high-speed racetracks where there is a lot of braking going on. And again, man, when that thing exploded and it came apart, how we did not hit the wall or hit another competitor is unbelievable, really. I mean, we got lucky there, and to be the guy or the team to bring out a caution. I mean, we had no control of that. We would never. I mean, again, we talked about it, Carl Long, our spotter, my team, we had discussions about, hey, when the leaders are coming, you wanted to make sure we gave them plenty of room, and I can assure you that brake problem happening was just a mechanical failure that's out completely 110% out of our control.
Well, and David, I would add too, I'd be curious what your perspective is on this. Some folks are, especially if you're a fan of Truex or Hamlin, are going to say that affected the outcome. I'm of the belief that, if that caution doesn't happen, there probably would have been just another caution of some sorts. In the race, guys would have gotten antsy, a wreck or something, or maybe someone else has a mechanical failure. I mean, you just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I would bet if that doesn't happen, someone else probably brings out another caution or maybe a debris caution. It's just hard to say that was what made, controlled the outcome.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd say you was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was a mechanical failure.
Right.
I didn't hit anything.
Right.
And I was, I got down when they cleared me, I got down on the apron. So we didn't really affect, the race could have continued. But, when unfortunately, and for most people that know, when you have a brake rotor explode, I mean, it disintegrates, and man, this, it's a 1.5 to 2-inch piece of metal out there, that's spread all over the racetrack or on the back straightaway where it happened. It was just a safety issue, and I think NASCAR probably saw some parts and pieces of the rotor around the racetrack, and they didn't have no choice but to throw a caution to clean up the debris that caused from our rotor exploding, But, it's just, most race fans and people know, I mean, we got no control over, our engine could have blown up, brake rotor exploding. I mean, that's just something we have no control of that. I just, when it happened, I was so disappointed and so frustrated because I was having a good race. And, and to end the season on the, we're not a full-time Cup team. And, we obviously we don't run Cup every week. And so we just over there doing the best we could, racing as hard as we could, not getting in anybody's way. And we really thought we were going to come out of there with the top 25 finish. Unfortunately, that mechanical failure brought out a caution with 25 laps to go, but that's just racing, man. That's just a racing thing. And, if I could, magically do something, hell, I would have flipped a switch and hopefully that would have never happened, but that hurt us as well. But, I hope people understand that, man, we had no control over that happening
Right.
during the race to bring out a caution.